MT Butterfly Fox is first over the fence. Watch out for Easy Raider patrols.
Stoff Himmel is second into the zone. And right into an anomaly field. Careful on the gravity centers.
This one? Oh, cool, that works. I have no idea how well... Oh, that is, like, immediately peaking. I'm forgetting that I actually have a box that works now. Is this... And then direct so I can actually hear... Didn't I do this last time? I had the new box last time I streamed. Why does this do this? It just... It ignores the fact that I had... Wait. It's like... I swear I've set this mic box up like several times and it continuously not... Okay, good. That's good because I had no idea. So, hey Butterfly, hey Stoff. We're dealing with audio issues because of course we are. Wait. I know the issue. I know what the problem is. The audio desktop out. Mix auxiliary is that. Desktop is... Yeah, I think I have to do that so I can actually hear the monitor, because... Oh, wait. I think I know what the issue is. That between last time and now, I had completely... Let me try cycle. Nope, still can't hear anything. Nope. Ha. Well, that actually doesn't do anything because there's not any additional bread rolls or anything on there, but appreciate it. So I'm guessing that everyone else can hear the audio. It's just that I can't right now because... I don't know if... Okay, there we go. Because I had recently... I had to completely reinstall drivers and everything for this. So... I think I never went back through and actually changed it for this. So anything that's set for monitor didn't work on my end, because of course not. 'Cause yeah, also of all the games to actually try to diagnose audio issues, how do I do anything in this? Like, this game's probably one of the worst because, you know, it's the atmospheric artistic feeling type of Underground. Start digging, of course. Type of game that doesn't really have a soundtrack. Not to be confused with the artistic kind of overbearing game that has a soundtrack. It's like 90% soundtrack, and also there's a little thing you can do while you listen to it. Welcome, and hope everyone's good. There's a non-zero chance that the goal is down that hole, but there's also right, the side path. Basically, I feel like that could be an entire genre of like the artistic kind of walking simulator sorts of games. And I assume that, all right, I think we have to get off the horse for this. I think this is one of the areas where it's like, yeah, aggro technically can do this, but you're so much better off if you don't. Heckin' Wimdy got massive monsters just walking around to climb up and stab in the head. It's basically Scotland. It's basically the same thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, here, there's just a... I say there's just a random temple in the middle of this place for no reason, despite the fact that, largely speaking, this area is random architectural temples for no reason. Ooh, fish. Why we have mountains and Hell yeah. I think the most the U.S. has, aside from mountains, which are just kind of anywhere. You get those anywhere. But there's the most of the U.S. have is impressively Oh yeah, you can grab the fish. Try and shake me, carp. You just get random things like massive truck stops and the one Bass Pro Shop mega pyramid. Which is nice. Yeah, like basically Scotland is almost a genre of walking sim. Like you have Death Stranding, which is basically Iceland. This game, which is basically Scotland. Journey, basically Nevada or New Mexico, somewhere deserty. What dude am I Oh. We're on Celosia, or maybe Cenobia. I cannot... There are two tiny, relatively speaking, colossi. I can never remember which one is which, because the names sound the same. Reminds me of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd do it. Wait, did I even need to go up there? Yes. Yeah, I think part of the reason that you can kind of pick and point out, like, hey, this reminds me of this thing, is the world building is naturally soft as hell because... Oh, right! Bucket Lizard, that's the one we're on. That bastard. And I know games like Journey does this as well, where it's less a solid, like, anything. It's just meant to be vaguely it's like meant to be vaguely reminiscent of something specific. This is Loch Ness? Yeah, they drained it for cleaning. All right. I know the trick to every one of these. I was stuck on the starting screen looking at the 2 save files, wondering, like, did I just not do New Game Plus on this one or not beat it the first time? Because I ended up on 15 out of 16. Did I just, like, not finish that, or is that New Game run number 1? Hello, dude. Alright, then... climbs up the side somewhere. There should be a very angry wall shrimp. Heyo. I've never tried it like this, but can I actually? No, he's looking for me. He's looking. It's weird. Like half of a bunch of the colossi are just like, hey, you gotta. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, you just gotta go full. Oh shoot, you can do it like this? Man, I never knew. Anyway, down we go. So this boss stays stunned the higher up you shoot him down from. And where's the tail? Which means the best thing you can do is just climb up as high as you can, knock him down, and jump off the side and hope you regain enough health between the first attempt and the next. Nope, stay down. Hey, he does not enjoy getting belly scritches. Oh, I needed one. Oh, are both of these just at half? No! I almost one-cycled him. Yeah, honestly, this is one where I don't remember the fan name, but I do kind of remember the official, like, what the variables related to this are named in the code. But this one is kind of cute. Like, it's half shrimp, half gecko kind of deal, half part. Like, it's like a lizard with a bit of a shrimp or lobster kind of modeling, and also artillery piece, which I just kind of like. I always feel bad for the things we kill in the game. Yeah, it's impossible not to. Like, they're so well designed. Like, this is one of the best in terms of sheer creature design. This game is second to none. Oh, I can't get a view on any of its other limbs. And that response of I feel bad for what we have to do to clear this game is 100% intended. Like, the devs want you to realize that, A, how did I not die from there? And I landed on top of him. Dang. What we're doing is not necessarily a good thing in the slightest. Because a lot of these are just straight up, we're kind of bullying them. Like, there's a good chunk of these things that only attack us in self-defense or or even think we're getting close to Dirge. That one's just, it doesn't attack until you attack it first. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, fair point. We are murdering all of them, but some are just mean. Like, it's hard to look at one like that one, like the bucket lizard, and see that as, all right, we just kind of came in there and kicked him around some. But some's like Dirge. No, not Dirge. That one's kind of terrifying. Phalanx and Avian. Wait, did the screen wipe? Yeah, that did work. I pressed it, didn't remember it going off, and like, remember the first time I killed him, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we're in the wrong here. But look, there are some that are bastards. Like that dang crab horse thing. Phaedra. I hate that one. There are some that will just go up and hurt and slam into you, and you can't escape, like Celosia and Zenobia. Then there's ones that are just chilling. Like, they were doing nothing. They were just hanging out. Like, they saw you and you're like, oh, cool, little dude. Hope you're doing well, dude. And we did it, and those are the ones that feel like bullying. And then there's like the Bassaran, the big turtle dude, that you have to flip over. Like, some of the ways you exploit the weaknesses are just mean. And it's all just in the service of saying, hey, you're not really doing a heroic thing. Lands where tree grows, sleeps in a dry. Speaking of Bassaran. Yeah, I should. I should go check something, because So I've only ever gone to look at the second boss location after I've actually gone and beaten it. Yeah, punch the mic. But one thing that I really love about how dedicated they are to pushing you, to pushing the button of, hey, you're kind of a jerk for doing this. And part of it is like there we go. Like, the map's pretty large, and I just can never remember or be bothered to go back to any of these places. But like, the first one's right over here. I love the fact that that every Colossi at this point of light that pierces the sky. Like, first of all, that's just an ingenious. They have a map. They really don't need to do anything with that. Like, they did not need to add that at all. Wait, is this Phaedra? Not. I have no idea where I'm going because directionally challenged. So I think I might be going to not the first Colossi. You know, it would have been interesting if there's a sequel and society spawned much more murderous Colossi. Yeah, I was thinking something like that, because the devs, I think it was Team Ico. Oh yeah, we are. What one are we even pointed at? Oh, we were just at that one. About face, because that is an arena I don't want to try to get out of. But I remember hearing something of the devs of either Team Ico or the Blue Point game staff that made the remake, that they said if they were going to do something with this game for a third time. Well, yeah, because this game right now is a PS3 port, but it's basically a little bit touched up graphics from the original PS2. And then I don't think there is anything on the 4, but oh wait, no, the 4 was the full remake. That one was just backwards compatible to the PS5, like everything else on the PS5's library. PS5 had no games, just a bunch of good PS4 games that used all the 4's hardware that got ported to the 5. But they were saying that if they do it again, they want to do more interesting things. And what a lot of people have taken that to mean is that they're going to reintroduce some of the cut colossi, which on one hand could be interesting if they dig up the beta tests of like, hey, we cut this idea because we did not have the hardware or computational power on the PS2 to put in a colossi that did this thing, or hey, we scrapped this idea because we thought that the controls would be absolutely miserable to try and do, but game design and development has come a long way, so we're going to like re-implement the spider as which that one was cut with the idea of you'd have to ride on aggro and as you're riding, slice at its legs with a sword. Or like, hey, we're going to re-implement a couple of these old areas that were almost done but never had collision. But also, speaking of, I absolutely love that if you go back to the arenas, this is just the corpse of the first boss. It's been turned to stone, and I have no idea how to do it. Oh! There we go. You can refight all the colossi from just going up to them and remembering the fight. I think, which actually we did this one already. It's just the first one. It's it's a fun intro, but it's also suffers from the first boss battle is also painfully simple on the second go. But yeah, it is an interesting question on what they would do if they did a sequel, because Team Ico doesn't really like doing the same thing twice. Because like the 3 games that anyone really remembers, partially because one of them was on the same disc as this game, like Ico is like the collection I've got's one half Shadow Colossus, which is what most people I think bought it for, and then one half Ico on it, and then they also have The Last Guardian that they like doing one concept. Essentially, Ico is the impossible feat of one big escort mission that isn't actually that big of a pain. I mean, it's also a puzzle game, but and this game, which is minimal story, maximum vibes, climbing and fighting absolutely massive bosses. And then Last Guardian, I feel, is like kind of a mix between the two. Cliff. That's pain. Land bridge? Please? Maybe? Possibly? But honestly, you can find so much information about like this game's dev cycle and bad idea. Oh shit, that actually worked. I thought I was going over the cliff. And like cut content, and it's been going on since pretty much the game launched. Yeah, I was actually wondering, just thinking to myself between last time we played it and now, which, God, it's been a couple weeks. I honestly wonder if this game would have been so revered as so legendary compared to what it could be if either if they were a bit more explicit or if they didn't leave so many interesting dev ideas. Like, I honestly think that a good chunk of this game's fame comes from just the fact that everyone thought there had to be more. Like, everyone looked at this 7x7 world map with 49 squares and like, there has to be more. And the devs are like, yeah, we had originally planned 48 colossi, so one for every square except for the Shrine of Worship. But due to the fact, and also is going to be an MMO, but due to the fact that this was on the PS frickin' 2, we had to rein that in considerably. And because of that, like all their ideas that they had to cut or refine or change between the start of development and now, you get things like something that I kind of almost want to do, like one stream after we beat this game of just going around and doing a little tour of like, oh yeah, this area was supposed to house this colossi that, from what we know about dev work, was supposed to do this, this, and this. But it got cut because of this reason, or we don't really know why. This is why I would term... Oh yeah, for sure. It's one half... I feel like Journey is a good description of like what half of the game feels like. Of you are... And you can kind of see it with how the camera gets framed. Like, it's all... I have very little control of the camera while on aggro. It's always pushing me and the horse down to the bottom corners of the screen to just say like, hey, take a look at everything else. Like, you are in a that's what a better way to describe it is. That there's a review for Myst, an old Jin lasers, like the old puzzle game, old point and click, that I think it was like Scott Adams or some writer that I'm like, I'm not surprised you're into this type of game, but I'm surprised that you are the quote source. Was described it as, this is a beautiful void. Like, it's beautiful. There's ultimately nothing in this world, but I love it. Hey! Shot my horse! Jerk! Run, run, run! Run! Ooh, the music here's on point, though. I think I need the bow first. Come on, get on that geyser! Come on! Ah, dang it. Yeah, like, this game obviously missed because you get a quote source and it's like, it's good odds that is going to be perpetually just true. They're all sort of beautiful voids. Like, there's a whole lot of nothing, and come on. And just kind of the whole expanse of going through the game is nice. Hey, you're off the geyser. Who told you you can move? I swear. Turtles are so uncooperative. Alright, I don't think that guy's just gonna work. Which, ironically, now that I think about it, despite being brought up as, like, the walking simulator of all time, partially because I think, like, one of the better points of Death Stranding as a walking sim is it's less actually about walking and going through a world. It's a lot more about logistics. Like, before I wandered off for that game for a minute because, like, I just didn't have the time. And then I got the, oh, yes. All right, getting shot in the leggies. See, this is just bullying. We have full-on inverted this turret. Where's the grip point? I actually don't know how to climb up to this thing. Is it on the other side? There is no way. Ah, it is. Oi! Okay, that's kind of smart. Oh, dang it. This is actually a really smart type of ball or way to adjust the bosses. Like, before this point, there was a huge focus on finding like a good patch of fur to climb up on, but here the start, like, yeah, you do end up on fur for a bit. Oh no. Oh no. All right, let's. I think we fucked it up. I think we cannot continue from this point. Yep. Can I shoot? I just had the thought while I was hanging there, desperately trying to get up there, of, hey, can I sheathe the sword and use both of my hands? Oh no. Aggro, please. The turtle's gaining. The turtle has gained. What was I saying? Oh, right. Death Stranding being more about logistics. Like, before I stopped playing, and I need to load up the director's cut because it has some fun things of like a cargo cannon. So for people that I either don't like or think I can make, actually I've seen two uses of the cargo cannon in Death Stranding's director's cut. Either precision artillery strikes onto mules in order to knock them out to steal their cargo, or throwing yourself Hellpod style just out there. Oh, come on. You were, sir. You were on that geyser. Yeah, no, definitely. This is definitely a spectacle game. There we go. I knew you had it on in ya. All right, new plan. We are going to stay right underneath him and hope he doesn't have a genius idea of lie down. Come on! Oh. They're smarter than that. Out. Unfortunately, this is the type of Colossi that is a little bit frustrating because you're at a point where it's like, I know exactly what I need to do in order to beat this thing. Still not the spur horse button. Don't know why I still keep Red Dead. I keep on trying to press X to spur my horse on because of Red Dead Redemption. Not even the second one. Just the muscle memory of the first. Like, you give me a horse and I'm immediately like, ah, yes. All controls are exactly like Red Dead. I just noticed there's no visible saddle strap or like saddle blanket or anything other than a saddle on Agro, so on these models it looks like it's just growing out of her back Yoshi style. Yeah, I thought there we go. This bit is easier if you get thrown. Oh, that had to have been intentional or the game taking it easy on me. That was either, all right, it caught the Colossi on an attack animation, so that is sufficiently off balance that we're just going to count it. Or it's like, all right, you've done it once and you've made it to its underbelly. You just got this. As a little bit of proof that we don't hate the player, we're gonna give it to you. All right. This thing has just gone from, yes, big old turd, to, oh, this thing is segmented and a lot wigglier than I thought. Because speaking of how wiggly these things get, I learned that there's a bug in this game. Not really a bug, it's just with this specific version, there's a slight issue with the Colossi are a lot wigglier than they were on the original PS2 and even the Blue Point Games remaster, because Colossi wiggles are, as it turns out, tied to frame rate. Oh, wanna guess what they tried to make this game run at? If you answered 30 more FPS than the PS2 original did, you're correct. They keep on doing this. There's been never a benefit. All these years of game weirding bugs and issues that arise from trying to... Oh, come on, just one more. Come on. Last toothpick jammed in. Like, all these remakes, all these games designed for just, hey, we're going to run this at a higher FPS because we can. Oh, that broke like several things. And they keep doing it. Hi, Mecha. Yeah, this game's so cool. Like, it's one of those games that the only real benefit of getting the remaster as opposed to the PS2 version. I'd skip the PS3 unless you also want to play Ico, because the aforementioned game and weirding bug of, hey, the Colossi are twice as wiggly as normal, and that lasts longer because their wiggles are tied to frame rate, and we doubled the frames because we could on the PS3. Bit awkward to play, but like the PS4 remake version, it's a really pretty game, and I think this game benefits a lot from just being really pretty. But you're doing well. We just beat up the turtle, as you do. All right, glorious ceiling hole. He'll be stabbing next. So, isolated sand dune. Oh! Phalanx. No, Dirge. This is worse. Eh? This one's weird. Dirge is weird. I say like there's ever been a desert dwelling sandworm that hasn't been a little bit weird. Like after a certain length and wiggliness, you just get weird. Well, that's just how it goes. Ah, you're going down that stairs this time. You usually go from the other side. What's gotten into you, Aggro? But yeah, there's like nothing on the saddle. It's just growing out of Aggro Yoshi style. All right, the sword. Hey! Hey, I actually knew where I was going. I say like that's remotely true. I've played through this game. I've had to play through this game like, oh, that's a cliff. Case in point. Yeah. Like probably, I think I've done it twice on the remake, but I no longer have that disc because it was a friend's. Yeah, we'll try going for that bridge over there. Beer time? Hell yeah. That's good to hear. I'm existing. I'm tired. As always. And also constantly getting texted. Like, I have no idea what it is, but just there's been like an expected regular volume of texts, and then for whatever reason, a bunch of other people have needed me this week, so just getting texted by like 2 or 3 people at the same time has just been normal. But beyond that, it's been okay. Stabbing people in the heads. I suppose other parts of the body. Lots of stabbing. Have great stability. Oh, come on, you can jump that. If I remember, there's... Oh, yeah! You can horse surf! No idea why they put this in. It's funny, there's a couple Colossi that they... Oh, I thought I could grab onto that bird. I can't wait for the holiday for the long weekend. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I took a day off Friday just because I could. Yeah. And because there's kind of a good argument to be made for, I'm already getting 3 days off. I may as well annoy everyone and take 4 or 5 days off. Because fuck them. Alright. Right, it's like over this hill, gets into the desert, and then that goes to a cave, and that goes to sandworm. Swarm. No, it's fine. There's a couple of colossi that the given reason they had for being cut was just simply, yeah, we felt it clashed in our game design to have a custom animation or skill set for one colossi specifically. And then they casually add horse surfing. Like, there's a bunch of things that you can do that you have no reason to ever do on an average playthrough unless you're specifically messing around and see if it's possible. Yeah. The weird duality of developers. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, tree, fruit. Yeah. Can restore health, but they're... Yeah. I don't know. I do appreciate that there are, like, little collectibles that you can roam around the world, poke around and explore to, like, get a bit more health for a fight, get a bit more stamina. Like, every save shrine has a silver-tailed lizard, every tree has a couple health increasing fruits. There's no reason. None at all. Both are increased naturally by just beating the bosses, which are all designed to be done with not necessarily the minimal... Oh, that's another pit. They forgot to put land there. Like the theoretical minimum of each stat. And granted, health is one that for a lot of games I've noticed, and it might just be that I no longer care at all about playing on higher difficulties, so I'm just like, screw it. We're doing normal. If I enjoy it and want a bit more challenge, we'll look at hard. I do not care about anything above hard, unless it's Earth Defense Force, because half of the fun of that is just seeing how much you can ramp up the enemy's side in order to similarly buff up your side of things. Because, like, after a while, taking next to no damage because you have 1,000 points of health and having weapons that can level a city block if you miss aim, it's just more fun if it stays leveled with you, you know? Ah. Alright, you dang worm, where you at? Give EDF, the EDF him came on right. Yeah, wait, which one? The 4.1 or 5? Because 4.1, in my opinion, is just the better one. Partially because that one's actually scored to Battle Hymn of the Republic. So it kind of sounds better. And the other part is that 4.1's a remake of 2025, which is just essentially a mission expansion pack to the original 2017 game. So it's been in like a majority of the series because there's only like 3 actual games. It's different. 4.1. Yep. Yeah, they rescored it for. They changed it for 5 and 6 because those are like resets of the continuity, or what little there actually was of one. Anyway, we're being hunted by a sandworm. Yeah. Yeah. And here it comes. Aggro, go faster. Wow, that was most of my health. All right, I have to quickly remember how to force aggro to run. Because the strategy is essentially, oh, but how did I not get dirged? Is essentially you gotta let aggro's auto pathfinding do her thing. Because you're going to be fully dealing with the worm. But yeah, 5 and 6 are fun. I still need to finish 6 because there's a lot of levels. Like I think I'm more than twice the length in of 4.1 and past the point of where 5 is. And the funny thing is, they just keep on they've made a in-game reason for why they keep on recycling the levels, setup, and dialogue from 5 wholesale, because time travel. You're gonna be fully dealing. Thank you, Mecha. Dang, 235. I hope that worked. I think that's the first lot. No way, I did some testing of the Quobot. It's fine. Man, I'm just waiting for him to catch up. All right. Ah, come on. If I ever get this on PC, I know one mod that has to go on there. Just one to make Dirge big, scary, and pink. I have no idea why it's taking so long to get him to surface. There we go. Look at them peepers. What just staring at with them big ol' eyes. Bonk. Oh, hey. I hope this is the only one. And one more. Or is this going to be like the catfish one and we're just going to be dragged along? Nope, down he goes. Start running. Wait, is the injury... Oh, okay, that was just a geyser of sand from them surfacing. I thought, like, the bleed effect from stabbing them in the back was coming back through. A bit faster. Hey-oh! There's something so satisfying about a boss that you just run into a wall. Alright, I saw the thing behind you, so... Oh yeah, for sure. It's... Where's the frickin'... I think I have to keep climbing. Fine. There we go. Yeah, like in terms of just sheer freakiness, Dirge is one of the worst. Like, it has all this, the thalassophobia of, like, Hydrus or the other... God, there's 2 fish one. Come on, quit shaking. There we go. Like, there's several that you fight in the water arena. I know you fight Avian the bird. But, we are pulling up the list of... Colossi. Colossi names. Alright. Minotaur, Mammoth, Knight, Kieran, Bird, Minotaur, Eel, Yamori, Kame, Narga. Yep, silence. Oh! I guess Hydrus is the only one that's actually a fish. I think I was thinking of Avian because you fight them both in very similar arenas. But it's like all the thalassophobia of the water bosses being right underneath you. But right behind you. So imagine the ecological damage there would be from killing Colossus. So much blood, so much rot. That's assuming they're fully organic. Like, you get hit with they do bleed in a fashion, but there's also the fact that that you can see that their bodies immediately go and petrify. Like when we walked up to the body of the first boss, that almost his entire form was turned to stone. And a lot of them, like with this is the first tiny tiger-like boss. Like we saw it a lot with Bassaron, that his body was mostly stone. Like the ridges of his shell were stone, like not really pillars, but more like walls. It's really hard to say how much of these things are actually organic and how much are... I think there's an organic part because of all the lizard flesh and the scaly skin and the fur. But there's definitely like a golem or construct part of them. Like you see that with the stone in the faces. Like none of them have a natural biological face. They all have a mask. Still, they keep most life out of their territory. Them dying would... Okay, that is true. Lizard. Ace, I want you to know that I heard that I read that explicitly as the lizard meme. Just a funny side tangent of... I was talking about some friends about how, like, yeah, potentially that's from a Pixar movie, and I have no idea, and my friend had no idea why Pixar was so lax about advertising, because they heard it from the meme, and now it's so everywhere. It's like, maybe this is why they didn't, because they figured that this little meme would go so viral that they didn't have to. Lizard. No, stop. That is a good point. That them dying would allow other life to move in, and you do see that at the end. That, as far as you can tell from the lore of this place, and I think from a couple dev interviews too, that you have that the devs have stated that this area, the entire Forbidden Lands, have been sealed in time, and that Wander entering them and starting to kill Colossi is slowly breaking the seal and time starting to flow again, which is their justification for why they couldn't get a PS2 to render all of the Colossi in world at once. They had to do a little bit of flag works of you kill the first one, and when you're getting the next one from Dorman, that forced little loading screen updates the world state so that the next Colossi is where it should be. But at the end, you do see that that aside from the lizards who got in here first, because there's a lot of the last place, but the only real life you see in here, aside from Wander and Aggro, which were bust in, and like the trees, are just the only other animals aside from the Colossi are the lizards. Is that the place, or is that... Yeah, that's the place. That, I think we've killed the guy. Imagine magic is dark, that's why the blood... True. It's either dark magic or just if you have that much blood leaving at such high pressure, it looks a bit dark. Or it's oil. Or some sort of lubricant. We can survive that. I believe! That was the alternative, and I did not want to go down all those steps. I absolutely love that games refuse to let you die in one hit, so they let any fall be survivable. Explain why it starts to turn. Oh yeah, and also all the like you can see it now a bit that clothes are getting a bit dirty, a bit stained, looking a bit thick. But like that and this dark spirits that pierce you after every single time you you kill a colossi, and those things that knock you out and have you wake up at the shrine of worship, definitely part of it. Like, this is not going good for Wander. And here's the valid thing. This is... Oh, wait. There's the ads. Be back in a second. Oh, wait. Alright, that needs to be done manually. I love that. Be back in a second. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize I had forgotten to put Spotify or my Spotify output on the BRB screen. Oh, I should have left this unpaused so I could heal. Like, why did I bother to pause? There's nothing in this place. So I come back, I could hear it, it was on for me, and I'm like, wait, why are none of the bars moving? Who turned out the lights? Why is there no power? Who am I talking to? So, fortunately, I have all my audio as its own scene, so I could just slot it back in. Gotta remember to do that next commercial break for the ending soon screen. Also have to remember that there is an ending soon screen. Right, step one for this fight. Run. You fell down there? You absolute buffoon. Look at this cat. I actually don't really know what to do. You had to go all the way around. It's so funny. I didn't know you could bait him into there. Right. Oh, hey, speaking of bullying these things. No, no, no. Well, first of all, we're going to get bullied. Oh, come on. Yeah, the team didn't want to make something unique for a fight, so anyway, here's a mechanic from Ico where you can pick up a torch and swing it at things. And also, bullying. God, it looks so sad. Because the hint for this thing was these things are pyrophobic, so. Alright, it's wised up a little. God, this one feels so mean. It's 100% mitigated by the fact that it's also one of the most aggressive colossi out there, and it's 100% possible that when you get knocked down, it... Oh! No, 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 no! Oi! There we go. By the time you get... Whenever you get knocked down by it, by the time you get back up, it's possible for it to have re-readied up an attack and then hit you again, knock you out again. Hope that hit. Nope. I need a boost, which means we need to get the horse. Oh, hey. We're going... Nope. Ah. I'm usually better at this. I can usually get it in one cycle. Alright, Nope, I cannot cling to your face. I might actually die here. Aggro, I know you can hear... Oh, wait, I left you all the way up there. You're... Oh, hey! Yeah, just like that. We were about to get up and it knocked us down again. Run away! I thought I dodged to the left. Your other left wander, you absolute potato. Hey, we have no health whatsoever. Oh, this is going impressively bad. Spud Boar. No longer feel. Yep, that's how it goes. This is exactly why Celosia goes from one that's kind of tragic and very mean to one that's like, okay, I want to kill this one. It feels personal. I think I'm just gonna let Wander die. Like, this is all his fault entirely for acting like a complete and total great. Hey, there we go. This is a point that goes from Majestic Beasts to horror that needs to be. Worse, there's a point where it goes from kind of Majestic Beast to an annoying pain in the butt that needs to be dealt with. And on one hand, it is a really interesting fight. Because, you know, you actually get to use the dodge roll that the game coaches you about initially. Like, you get to use, I feel like, most of your tool sets in this. Along with the unique mechanic of having it dislodge a stick from the brazier that then you pick up and, like, sure, there's no Colossi that's actually dealt with in a sword fight. There's no smaller enemies. But this is one of the... No, this is the only Colossi that you get to menace with a weapon of any sort. Aside from using your bow as an annoying little arrow to prick at weak points and push it and the like. Like, nothing else has the... Oh! And here we are again. Wander, you absolute grapefruit. Yeah, we're actually menacing. This is one of the few places where the dodge rolls come in useful. Like, sure, it's always a useful thing for, like, dealing with Basran's energy bolts or any of the things that have... Or any of the Colossi that actually have a weapon of sorts. All right. Hey, very fun. In all fairness, I don't have a snarky excuse. Although, have you ever seen a bus catch on fire? And it doesn't have to be logical, because, like, what even launched me there? Like, we've seen Colossi are, by and large, not entirely logical. Like, there's several that you could easily say, well, if they just did this, then the fight would be over. Like, yeah, oh yeah, like, when those things go up, they go up. Fire, natural enemy. I'm just saying, every time there's a plane crash, things are on fire. I think there's something to it. Yeah, that's why ships stay in water. Like, submarines, absolutely terrified of fire. Cannot deal with it at all. That's why they stay underwater. Ooh, it's got good distance on that punt. Come on, hit me in the water. Just back me in there. Wrong direction, you fool. You absolute tuber. I think after getting his armor off, I have spent maybe 5 seconds in control of Wander. Like, I've done a handful of dodges, and then it's like, nope, you didn't dodge in the right direction. You're getting thrown. Ha ha ha! I have flummoxed him. Oh, that's smart. You can't get aggro here because this puddle is so smart. You can't get aggro down here because that goes right to the edge of the lake. You can't. If you go to that entrance and jump down, there's a diveable body of water for you to retreat to. Or to fall into to break the fall. Oh yeah, the bus! I think if I can stay behind them. Hey-o! And now watch me. It runs back to like base point here. Now watch me miss every opportunity to stab him because I don't have the energy, because I don't have the timing. Almost. This isn't quite Lummox grade, but it is flummoxable. I think I just have to go, like, any stab that gets a little bit of charge. Because it goes 5 feet and shakes. Come on! See, this is why I hate this one. Because, like, a big part of this fight is just you actually can't do anything. Ah! Like, we literally are going to have to wait for my stamina to recharge, hiding behind a brazier. Push him off the cliff again? And hope that it works out. Unless we do something extremely stupid. Thankfully doesn't have any health. This is not one of our finest. This is not one of Wander's finest hours. There we go. Fuck you. I hated this entire time. Rot in this temple forever as a pile of stones, you absolute potato. Inelegant but work. Oh, stop. You say that like anything I've ever done has been elegant. We only have 2 moods here. Stupid, but it works. And how the hell did I do that? There is no in between. All right, how many more of these do we have to panic stab? Dang, we're at 10. If it works, it's not stupid. Oh, you are mistaken. Because I work. How? I never tested this. How far to the side can... Okay. We have reached the problem. I can't go further than this because face tracking breaks. And it's still off of my webcam. Can't go? I suppose I need some sort of head tracking system to fully... To fully barrel roll myself. I should set that up as like a thing, as a toggle. Just do a barrel roll. If it works, it's also fair. If it's stupid and it works, it's funny. This guy. This dude. This absolute man. Actually, not. Maybe something else for the lift to rest on. Like, yeah, I have a couple things. I think this one, I think this suitcase still kind of works because of how it's cut. Like, yeah, it's a little weird because it's 2D, but also Superstar Saga has good sprite work. I have a cushion to sit on because I thought that was fun. I don't know why I had it up, didn't have it up yet, partially because this was very quick and it was easier to just do this. But, where's that horse? I also did find a suitcase. It's closed only, so I can still sit on a suitcase. I didn't bother to do the plate because I'm getting faster at it, but I will say one thing I've noticed that I like 2D better than 3D. Like if I want any sort of asset for 2D, I can just get a 2D image and it kind of works. Now granted, some are better than others, but like this suitcase, surprisingly easy for when I'm just two-dimensional. The things like I have an older one for like when I was playing Mario, that's the old 8-bit warp pipe. Also easy. But like 3D, you have to find the model, which I did find one for Butter. That one, like, all the redeems will still work. Everything available. The only one that I couldn't figure out how to work were ones that used VTube Studios, like, little extra mode functions, but I'm like, I'm just going to remove the Noir one, because, like, that was for Goon Week. I made that explicitly for Goon Week, and it's been months since we did that one. Like, I never finished BioShock. We started BioShock for Goon Week, and then we never got back to it. We might have to do another Goon Week once the Fallen Aces actually gets around to making more stuff. Plenty of updates, no new chapters. The eternal curse of being a fan of New Blood interactive games is they're the best games you'll ever play. The update the update schedule is a little bit abhorrent. They are masterpieces that will probably never be completed in a timely manner. I think Ultra Kill's getting close, but it's still a lot of they have so many ideas, and there's such small teams being published. Oh wait, Dusk is actually done, but that's like New Blood's first game. Like that's where the joke of the soap causing people to explode started. Yeah, BioShock's a good one. But yeah, it's legit kind of a pain for I see. It's legit a bit of a pain for getting new assets into this, because you have to open up Unity, you have to do things a very specific way, you have to make a new asset, because what I miss about the integrated throwing system is that just worked. 2D model, 3D model, it figured it out for you. Warudo kind of sucks. in the regards of the throwing system, it's a little bit annoying. I have no idea if I have to go across that. If I have to go across the steps. Oh no, I don't. I think there's like a coin over there in the remastered, but there's legit nothing in this version except for the satisfaction of getting over there. Or... oh yes, when you see your press, we'll dive in. Oh yeah, it's just over there. But yeah, I could totally find a plate or something funny. I have a feeling once things get going, the answer for what bread will be sitting on is Corpse's head. Because when that finally gets going. It's funny, every time I plan for like new models or stuff, they never come in a way that I expect. So I was like, all right, I have everything ready for the first one. I'm going to send that all out, get it all ready, and that's going to take the longest. Meanwhile, I am pulls by something like a bread roll model, and I know part of it is suffering from absolute success. Because the entire point of bread is that he's stupidly easy to draw. It was a calculated measure so that if anyone wanted to draw him anything happening to him at all, it'd be easy. It'd be easy for people to draw him in unfortunate situations. The downside is that... actually, not even a downside. It's just anything involving him gets done super fast because there's only so... it's only so long you can stretch out drawing him. It's great. Shout out to Pelagia for answering the uncomfortable question of... where's the most uncomfortable place you can put teeth? Answer: the head. And also for the most fuck-ass methodology of just how do you get around this thing? Or how do you start this? Every strategy guide, everything says you just have to do this. It doesn't feel right because it feels like it's going faster at first. And that you can't swim too close, but you just gotta get super close to it and it feels like a little bit like cheating or cheesing it. I love how it's such a little design change, but the fact that it doesn't look like fur on this thing, that they used a grass texture, and that's its fur, it's such a cool little detail. Also, there's no sigil up here. All right. You gotta hit the teeth. Which has to hurt. I think aside from the previous boss, this is like the only... Oh, right, I remember what to do. Like, this is the only time that... Ah! I didn't think I made it! Oh no! I didn't make it! I see you there. Oh shit, he sees me there too. I do wish that grabbing onto his face and climbing up there was an option, just so that there was a second way to get up there if you know, beefed it. Man. I wonder how many people this game instilled a deep-seated thalassophobia in. Like, I could easily see this as being one of those games that royally fucks you up as a kid. You know, that either it's like, yeah, I have this crippling fear now, and I think it's because I played this game a little too young. Oh, you better not be diving. You better get up here. Bong. Come on! Aha! Like, I can see this being, like, the inciting incident of why someone's thalassophobia. Another one is any of the oh yeah, that would do it too. Like, yeah, I've just had a very deep-seated fear about Golem specifically. Why? Might have been because my parents let me rent Shadow of the Colossus when I was way too young. Come on, I know you can't see me. Get up here. See, I think there is something about it, and it always comes back to Zelda, but one of my biggest complaints about modern Zelda, not enough in-your-face horror. Like, sure, Wind Waker was my first one. That one was a little bit cartoony, so it wasn't horrible. But, like, when I played not Twilight Princess, that one was still kind of up there. But Ocarina of Time, the Shadow Temple in and of itself, that's probably the... No, wait, but they did Majora's Mask. God, Majora's Mask is one that's still like, yeah, I experience this more like cosmic horror than anything else. What do I need to do? Do I just need to annoy you a bit? Because I'm where I need to be. But you're not doing the thing. Oh. What? Oh, here we go. Why it's here of all places. Well, I know why a set piece. Oh god. And if you try to get greedy on that stab, you will just get absolutely sent to the bottom. Alright, so that table. Oi! Where are you going? Get back here! Well, it's funny. Ocarina of Time was definitely on the list of games that was like a little bit of a, yeah, I shouldn't have played that young. And I think now I just enjoy like everything that used to terrify me about that game. So 10 out of 10 Nintendo, no notes. You have screwed me up in ways that I'll never recover from, nor do I want to. Like, where is he even going? Like, where's bro going? He's either repositioning explicitly to make this as annoying for me as possible, or wait, he might be going for that tower, because after you damage him once, he's either on this patrol path, or the usual way that this fight plays out is if you damage him enough, he knocks down one of those gazebos. And okay, no, he's just on patrol. He finally noticed me. So I thought that it was just that this version of the game had hard-coded which one he goes for from, instead of the last one being used, that it's starting from the right. And I'm like, wait, is that just something that most people wouldn't notice because they're right-handed would naturally go that direction? And because I'm left-handed, I went the other way because that just felt right to me. Which I can both definitely see like an old game developer going like, yeah, no, the average person will go through it in this direction. The playtesters did, but it's a massive pain trying to get it to recognize the previous one that you used, so we're just going to hard code it to go from the right. Ow, come on! Why did I go? In what world would I go that direction? Oh, hey. Perfect. Time for another tummy rub. Nope. Okay, it's a good thing that the water here is a little bit clear. Actually, that kind of clear. There we go. That's what I was expecting. They know just enough to mess with your strategy. Man, that'd be... Ow. That would be kind of weird. Like, there's already enough to know that, oh yeah, these things are intelligent enough to recognize your strategy for how you tricked into inflicting damage once. So it's not going to let you do that again. But not enough to actually make a beeline for the other two gazebos and knock them out. Well, that goes for a pretty common theory I've heard, that when you start the game, Dorman, the ceiling voice, explicitly states that you're killing these things because parts of him, or parts of his essence or whatever, are sealed inside of them. So the theory goes that the Colossi actually want to be killed by you, but that the part that actually wants you to successfully kill them are the parts of Dorman's self, spirit, whatever, trapped inside of them. The Colossi themselves were created to prevent that from happening, since, honestly, one of the smarter types of curse prevention things of, hey, We are going to put you into... We're going to split your body into 16 pieces and put them all in their weaponized murderous death robots. Now, given that Dorman hasn't been released... Oh, come on! We're good! We're good! We're not good. We're bad. This is definitively not good. Ah, saved it. Never a doubt. Like, honestly, fair play. There's 16 of these things. Odds are one of them's going to get you eventually. Case in point, we're on like the 10th, and the 9th one completely rolled us several times. So like the odds are in the creator's favors that anyone crazy enough to try and kill these things would not make it that far. And hell, maybe that's the reason that there's not a full count of 48 Colossi in this game. Because several other people have already tried. Ah, one more little hit. Ah, dang it. Alright. Like the original roster of however many existed. But the first, like, what, 32? I think the maths? Like, the first however many have already been defeated by hopefuls, who then got burnt on, like, the other ones. Which, funnily enough, means that some of the very simple ones, like... Which is, if that's the interpretation, means that Dorman has been intentionally mentally split them up on, like, okay, this is easy and a good introduction. Next person who comes through, we'll fight him in this order. But we have to be careful. We can't, like, make it so the 16th hardest remains. So, yeah, this dude's kind of good at fighting Colossi, so we'll throw him at some of the hard ones off the bat, and alright, he wiped them all out. We just have one of every difficulty at this point, really. A barely coordinated twink with the magic sword could definitely show up. Although it's all equally implied that just simply no one has been here. Because, like, if anyone else was, the only thing that can kill these things is the sword that we have. So I suppose another way is that several people have tried and they've all been hunted down and killed by people, by like the priests that are on their way to ambush us, and the sword's been retrieved. Although honestly, the sword is a massive weak point. There's probably a reason the sword hasn't been removed. It's like if the key was here, then if the key was stored in the Shrine of Worship, then Dorman could probably figure out a way to break the seal on him with it, without needing someone to do it for him. And really, the unfortunate truth of whenever you start overthinking... Oh. Hang on. I have to think about how to do this quick. Okay. That there. And where's my... Ah. That up there. Oh. Nope, remove that. Would you believe this is the one thing I haven't rehearsed? a second dude. I'm just gonna move him over here for now. Rotate him a little bit. His lifeless eyes are absolutely delightful. And skosh lower. The one thing I haven't figured out yet. Thank you, Stoff. Appreciate that. Partially because I thought I had two breads on screen talking at the same time. I just need to go through and figure that out a bit more, because like it's really easy to add one as on Live 2D. A little bit harder to do so here. I also think I have to move things because like he's behind the over. It's fine. He's having a good time. This can only get more polished as we go. Speaking of, come here and punch me, you jerk. But yeah, the one pitfall of like every single time you start overthinking one of these lock and key type seals of like you have to get the sacred treasure of whatever or some object like the sword to break the seal. And it's like, you don't want that to happen, do you? Nope. Can you destroy the object? Nope. That's against Union rules. Alright. Is there ever a reason you would ever want this thing unsealed? Not in the slightest. Do you have access to ocean frontage? Where are you going with this? Take the thing, seal it in like a massive block of metal. Like a huge block of iron, lead. Something that people can... Don't adorn it in any way. Don't engrave it. Just a massive, rough, and ugly thing. If you can do it in concrete too, even better. Take a boat out to the deepest known part of the ocean. If you know where the equivalent of the Marineris Trench is, I recommend do something like that and throw it overboard. If you're on a really strange world where you could throw it off into like the edge of something, like into space, launch it into the sun or the like, that's even better. Bunk. Like, inevitably, the point of a story like this is that the thing will become unsealed. Something bad will happen, and that will require the seal to be climatically broken, the group of heroes collecting the things to prevent it from falling into enemy hands, only for the enemies to show up, murk the heroes when they have it collected, and say like, thanks, you did the dirty work for me. I thought all your creatures were guarding it. Don't ask questions. And then get it unsealed the other way. Anyways, like the whole purpose of mentioning that there's a seal and a specific item needed to break said seal is it's like Chekhov's gun. Anything brought up, a gun brought up in the first act has to be fired by the end of the play. So any amount of practical thinking, which is, what if we simply did not have any earthly access to the thing that could undo this seal? Is like, yeah, that would be nice, but then we wouldn't have story, would we? Oh, hey, speaking of the group of murderers of priests out to kill us, these dudes, what are their horses' manes doing? I don't think the horses even know. I do like his mask, though. I think you can unlock it in either the remake for sure, or there's a bunch of collectibles at the end of every game. don't remember. Wow, we've got a crowd. Hey everyone, come look at this absolute fool. Bets doesn't. Another one bets doesn't touch. And another one's down. Another one's down. Yeah, he's looking. Wander's looking real rough. Next foe. Ah! Now we're on Phalanx. I think this is the last of the serpent pieces. Maybe? Because we have the catfish. And Dirge. Hey, you still dead? Yep. She's still dead. Eventually, I'll clear the steps. Ah, that away. Huh, those stairs again. Weird. I always... Wait, I remember what it was. I jumped off, and I would always... And, like, the muscle memory was to always go around the shrine to the right, because, like, I'd always start scanning and go clockwise. So, eventually... So, like, my habit was to always go around the shrine to get to any behind it that way. Like, heading towards the east. Which means, with Agro's pathfinding, the shortest way to me was down these stairs. And now I'm just kind of running straight out and a little to the left. And that's causing the issue. But it's not really an issue, it's just a difference. Anything is an issue if you're pedantic enough. Man. They did a really good job with this. And I'm glad they did a good job with this. But I do have to wonder and be a little... It's just... No, it's not just down there. I should not jump. I want to jump, but I shouldn't. Hey, lizard. You have so much to live for. Oh, he's still... Alright, you do you. But, like, there was a... Around this point for, like, PS2, GameCube, that sort of thing, there was still the big flex of, hey, look at what we've been able to do with this game. And this is... I will put this as a little bit of a tech demo game. Because, like, it's pretty. The graphics are dated as hell. But this is still really pretty. Of riding out of a cave into a huge sunbeam into a desert. It just looks great, you know? Like, you can tell a good chunk of this game's design was to amaze and impress. And it does. Is this a Stargate? It kind of got the chevrons. I mean, just where my brain goes. And there's a huge era of all this, like this game just being huge with the massive open spaces and a world much larger than needed to, you know, have fights like this. This thing's huge. Show off like, yeah, we can have a monster this huge out in the world. Why? Because we can. It's fun. And then you have Wind Waker, which... Oh yeah, Nier Replicant as well. This game a little bit. The big empty fields because they're easy to render huge flat spaces, and we don't have the memory for trees. And Wind Waker was an interesting variation of that, where instead of huge, flat, featureless fields, it was huge, flat, featureless waves. Still not the spur button. But the problem is that that was pretty impressive, and they still had... Oh, God. Get on the horse. And there's still really good games added onto there. But they kept on doing that. Like, I will admit, there are wonderful open world games, but there's still open world games that use, hey, we have a massive map. Cool. What's it full of? We have a massive map. I don't care. What is there anything in it, or do we just wander around it with a lot of needless space in between? It's big. Like, hey, how did that work? Dang. I can't believe this worked. Like, I think out of everyone who's really guilty with this, Ubisoft is one of the worst. Like, their maps are big, detailed, but ultimately they have things that are either not really worth doing. Like, barrel roll. Spinning's a really good trick. Like, even all the way back to Assassin's Creed 2, you had the map full of nothing. Like, oh, hey, collect... Oh, God. He's diving. Or he did that just to spite me. Probably spite. Ah. And down we go. Hey, Aggro. I see you chose to spite you as well. Oh. Can't say we didn't deserve it. Because, like, there's so many collectibles that in Ubisoft games across the ages that either have a kind of nice reward for doing them, or absolutely nothing, like no reason to do it. Like the feathers in Assassin's Creed 2, those are just padding. Like, there's no reason to do it because the reward is a cape that reduces your ability to... freezes your wanted level in every town of the game. By the time you can get it, you've already gotten to every town, and each city has its own unique cape that doesn't let you increase your... No, wait. I don't even think it's that. If I remember right, I think it's just... It's like the Auditory family cape. And the Auditories are wanted criminals by pretty much everyone in government, so it maxes your notoriety level at full, which... Interesting reward for a bunch of unmarked of largely unmarked into a pain to get collectibles. Oh, barely. Nope, not at all. I fell off. So you just get these open worlds with busy work in them. It's like the original, and like, sure, it was originally kind of cool that it's like, oh wait, that a game can make a world this big and this good looking. And then it just kind of became, oh, well now because that's how games are made, I'm going to have to walk across thousands of feet between points of interest to get anything done. I don't know. It's a complaint that you've all heard from me a bunch of times, but like, I miss levels. They were fun. It's just, hey, you're busy, you got ADHD, here's everything you need to know. It's pretty sizable, but... ads. Be back in a sec.
I'm standing on embers again.
There we go. And yeah, welcome back. I'm very glad that I got the quote of the day system working. It just takes a random quote from the list and displays it on the BRB and ending screens. Where's the last one of this? I should probably Ah, on the button. I don't think it's actually possible to two cycle phalanx. Yeah. Yeah, the port just closed. And away we go. Hey, aggro. Yeah, like once you get a single weak point all the way done, then they just dive immediately. Where they come out? I don't know. Yeah. Was there anything about before? Oh yes. Open worlds. So my big problem with them in general is that they started as a tech demo, right? They started as a thing of like, oh hey, like I remember those old ads when it started to become possible to do that. Of, oh, see that waterfall in the distance? You can go out and swim to it. Or everything you see in the map is something interactable, and then it kind of increased a bit with... There's the boy. With like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild style, you can climb and navigate anything. Although even that is a little bit of like Assassin's Creed, like of, oh yes, the world is fully modeled and interactable. You can climb buildings, climb walls, use the environment to your advantage. What that means is like there's a handful of extremely signposted and scripted ways that you can use it, that you can use an environmental thing in a place that's not really that useful in order to like kill a guard or something. And whether or not it's actually useful or just like, oh hey, we know this is allegedly a stealth game, this will break stealth. Because it's an explosive. Or because we didn't program this properly, so if anything dies, everything assumes it was you and knows where you are immediately. Holy shit, I can't believe I actually hit that. Do you have rear flippers I can climb up? Nope, only the four flips. Only the four flips. Actually, speaking about that, I remembered just a random thought that popped in my head of like the stereotypical back when everyone and their mother thought that video game morality systems were the coolest thing, but they were all inevitably...
Sickly_snake is third.
Oh, hey, Sickly,
welcome to the Blockbuster. You are not alone if there are lows.
We're just doing old Brett yells at game dev. How are you doing? The bop works.
It's the solution.
We're applying maximum violence. I did not think about how this would interact with looking up and having it fall. Brett, yeah! Extremely retro Brett. Like one of the first games to have one was Mega Man Legends. Didn't do too much because like it's like there wasn't much that you could really do, and there was less of like the design philosophy of just stick everything in there. Like, what was I talking about before I got distracted? I don't know. Yeah, like so much of it was just like, hey, we've moved away from pre-rendered backgrounds or invisible walls extremely. Oh, right, morality systems. All the Mega Man did was darken his armor. You were an asshole. Oh, and I bet that it was also, like, very minorly, like, the whole, you either have extremely people-pleasing to a dangerous level behavior, total doormat, or you were once a little assertive and had a point, but were mean about it. Yes, or yes, but I don't like it. Because I was thinking about it, and like, Infamous was a game that was designed on this, but the choices were so stupid. The one that stands out in my memory the most was like, you had two options. The local gang of superpowered crazies had installed these tar pumps on buildings' water tanks. You had two options. Overcharge, hit them with like your AoE blast, shockwave blast, and get covered in tar yourself as they fall off the tower and vent all of it on you. Or charge them up like a regular generator and you won't get covered in tar, but the entire thing immediately dunks it into the building's water supply all at once. It's like, all right. So either completely screw over all of these things, all of these people, or get covered in tar that's a max health or max energy debuff, I don't remember which, for like the duration of the mission. It might not have even been for the duration of the mission. I think I took long enough getting between pumps that like it started to wear off on its own. So it's either the most, oh yes, in doing this you will experience a debuff that's not meaningful in the slightest, or you just kind of do something that's stupid and people get mad at you. Like, there's even a late game option in Infamous 1 that's like, the evil route is go save your girlfriend, who at this point, if you've been playing full evil, hates you, broke up with you, blames you for pretty much everything, and has made it exceedingly clear that she wants nothing to do with you, and has also been an asshole towards you the entire game, from like, even before you would have fully committed to the evil playthrough. Or save a bunch of doctors. Like, in character, there is never a reason to not save the bunch of doctors. It's either the evil route Cole is, no, screw my ex-girlfriend, she's been nothing but mean and I want nothing to do with her. Or the good route Cole's like, all right, I really hate this. I hate to do this, but my girlfriend did say explicitly, abandon her and go save the doctors, so I'm going to honor her wishes. Especially because we kind of really need doctors right now. It was the clunkiest, funniest thing. And on one hand, I get it, that in order to do a meaningful, in order to have a system like that that gives any sort of data that a game can use, it has to be kind of black and white. Like, the more axes that you put on that graph, the more weird it gets. But, like, it's never... Any game with a morality system like that has never felt like it hasn't just been an awkward tack-on. Like, I've never felt like it's meaningfully done anything for a game. Oh, right, the pit. Also, hey, Sigley, I hope you're doing good. Nice seeing you around. I feel like I always feel like I can just jump off the cliff here into the geyser area. But I know it never works. I know it never is successful, and... Wait! Get on the path. Like, at least half of the reason the morality stuff fails is... Oh, hey, we killed that turtle. Is like, you have to allow for player choice. But there's also the case of, like, yeah, you can be just enough of a horrible person to be still considered good, and largely speaking, the game will still treat you like a saint, because you cannot program in all the middle moralities in a satisfying way. Like, sure, you could have a world that reacts to it pretty granularly, or like split it up to a bunch of different factions or people, or figure out a way to have like the standing mechanic work. All in all, I feel like it's more satisfying to just be like, yeah, no, canonically this is a good person, or canonically the story goes like this, and we're just fleshing out. At least part of it is that I feel like you get more complex and deep stories if you just, like, look at a character and be like, all right, we know how they're going to act. We know that this is a good person, or this is a absolute bastard. We're not really going to try to justify, or we don't have the energy or time to make a second final boss or a second story path for if the player decided to be a bastard. And we don't want to deal with the whole problem of simply shoving through, or finding a justification for shoving you through the same story path when you're not the morality we expected you to be. So we're just not gonna do that. All right. I enjoy the water aggro. I love the use of water as a roadblock for don't take your horse here. Because inevitably almost every single, a good chunk, aside from ones like Bassaran and Phalanx, that, God, Bassaran keeps on being an extremely relevant example of Colossi fights. No idea how. But turtle, especially because, like, as a boss, I do not think of that turtle very often. Like, it's one that's just like, yeah, you go out, the gimmick's pretty straightforward. Like, the fact that this is the only area in the game where geysers are a thing, and it's this big plotting turtle, it kind of spells out how you're supposed to deal with him. So I'm just gonna go do that, and it's close enough to the shrine that you fight. Oh, the other one. I actually really like this one because it's a massive platforming parkour challenge of getting it to exactly where you need to go, and like, you can do the entire thing without touching the ground once you get started. Oh yeah, like, Bassaran keeps on being a huge example, despite the fact that I don't actually think of him much as a boss. Like, it's like, yeah, he's in there, but he only has one weak point, is extremely hard to fall off of. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this. That's actually a trick question. I don't remember how to do, like, anything in the game. I just remember how to rederive how to figure it out faster the second time through. But no, I love this boss because, like, it's largely the same thing but in a different font. Like, you have the first one of these, and then this is the exact same puzzle, but it doesn't have the crippling fear of fire. It doesn't have a convenient cliff onto a rocky outpost to push you off of. It's in a completely different and very detailed environment of like city I'd call it temple ruins because of where it was sitting. Come on. Come on, I know you have to hit this thing again. But like the only thing the models that changes between this thing's model and the last one is the head. Tail a bit too. That's largely it. Weird. I actually... Am I misremembering? Because I can jump into that pit, but that's not that useful to me. Well, gonna do what I do best. Poke at it and annoy things until I get a reaction that satisfies me. Yeah, because I need this thing to fall in order to grab a higher wall. Oh! Dang, that stonework still standing? Impressive. There we go. I almost got up on it. And now I'm extremely unconscious again. Happens every time. Oh, Wander is so very unconscious. I wasn't even allowed to get up there. Fortunately, this section also has a very important, like this boss is really interesting for the fact that it's like part of a three-way set piece antipiece setup of like the previous fight with Zenobia, or maybe Celosia. What? How did he flop like that? Bro's built different. Bro's built like a cooked noodle. Like, that fight tells you about how to actually deal with this type of enemy. Hang on, I'm adding the quote. Oh. Bro's built different. Bro's built like cooked noodle. God, I could go for some pasta. Oi! I could really... I have some, but that goes with very specific leftovers. Wait. I also still have a 3-hour baked potato. Which, as the name implies, is just a regular-ass baked potato, but one that cooks for 3 hours. It's so good because, like, everything falls off of it. Oh, but... We're going down! On to here. I'm not sure if there's a reason to do this, if I can sprint to... If I am able to, like, sprint to the neck. No way, I need to get up onto those arches. Which requires all of these knocked down in a very specific way. Wait, it's just, if you cook a potato for a stupidly long time, like, 3 hours, the end result is a delightfully fall apart potato. Like, hell, if you cook anything 3 hours, it just falls apart. And I love it. But yeah, I underestimated how big those potatoes were, so I have two, like, could and probably will and should be a meal in and of itself type spuds. And I also made pasta to go along with them. So that's a problem I want to have. Dude, what were you even aiming at? I'm up here. Writing this down. God, what? Wander is so jumpy. I'm glad this thing's a little stupid. What was I talking about before I got distracted by pasta? Oh, right. The fact that the previous fight was Zenobia or Celosia prepares you to tackle Senosia or Solobia. And this fight, with the fact that if you get down, there's all these handy little channels and trenches that the boss can and will knock you into. Ow. Which then prepares you for the last fight with Malice, where, as a very similar gimmick, namely that if you get hit, you don't have to worry all that much, because it'll just knock you into a handy nearby channel. And then you can just restart the fight from a known point. And for all that effort, we have gotten exactly back to where we started. Which is very important, because that is not a very stable platform. Alright, hit me one more time. And down we go. Ow. That sounded painful. Ah, that looked painful. Not one of my better ideas. Although, I'm not entirely sure if he's sane enough. If Wander at this point is necessarily sane enough to have a snarky running internal commentary. Like, I feel like at this point, the only thing left in his heart is just sheer hate towards anything that isn't Mona. Like, total disregard for Dorman. Only listens to him so he knows what to expect from this Colossi fight. Alright. Let's try the tried and true trick of jumping off and jumping back on. Although I think I do have to arrow bait. I do have to rage bait him into attacking again. Again, absolutely nothing but rage and apathy in his heart towards Colossi and Dorman. And just, like, probably would be described as love at one point, but no longer really is capable of feeling that emotion at this point. There's that back. Well, I guess there is a little bit of difference between this type of model and the last. Like, this one is... there's a lot more fur on the back, actually. And it's like a little bit more lion or panther-like. It's also a lot more wrathful. And has more health. But I can still bait it to run into things. Which might be the strat. Well, I'm curious where it'll go. Just like, give it a bit of free reign. Let it run. Oh, wait, that's so smart. I didn't know it could do that. Like, that's not even just smart on its part. It's smart on the game of knowing, like, hey, we're going to have it jump underneath these arches. If you're on its back, you are holding grab as hard as you can, which means you're going to be baited close to another grabbable surface and either scraped off like that, vulnerable and squishy on the ground, or you're going to grab onto it. Playing Transportation Fever 2 and finding out bad is business? Well, it's better to find out like this than otherwise, although those types of logistic games are always... they're always a bit rough because unless you have a ton of focus and a little bit of knowledge... Exactly, like a booger! Unless you're willing to step on down and actually figure out how to do taxes, the game will in fact make everything hard. That an early game is almost uniquely difficult with that type of thing. Because in general, it's fun. It's fun when you figure it out to still have the challenge. But once you get to the point where there's no action, where you have things figured out working like a well lubricated mechanism, it becomes less... It wouldn't be fun if there wasn't still that challenge. So they make the game very difficult for the purpose that early game is hell. Once you figure it out, there's a lot of satisfaction, but it's still hard. I think Wander's legs might be bleeding. Either there's a natural amount of reddishness to there, where I spent $800,000 replacing vehicles. I have delivered one loaf of bread. It's also the type of game where sometimes you screw up so badly that you kind of have to just restart. Although, for $800,000 for one loaf of bread, I want it in my mouth. I wish to eat that. I wish to see if it is worth the hype. Wait. Control. I just remembered that I have expressions set up on this model. I don't remember how to trigger them. I thought it was control and... I'll figure it out later. That is not important now. Agoro. I need to set it up. There's always like one point of setup that you forget until you actually go out and do it. And for this point, it seems mitosis and setting up my Stream Deck. Because I have the Stream Deck, so I don't have to remember hotkeys. It's on the way. Hell yeah. So, what's the how many 8 miles will 800,000 give you? There appears to not be a bridge here. I mean, there is a big bridge, but it's not a useful large bridge. Man. I should probably... I have a feeling that the first save file I have on this, that I have already played through the game once. It's like 6 hours at... Assuming I did some faffing around. It's probably a single playthrough. Because I got on a huge Shadow of the Colossus kick when I had the remaster, so that means I'd gone through it twice on that. Wanted to play through more because, like, yeah, this is like a 6-hour game if you're fast, 8 if you're slow. 12 if you've done it twice. Doesn't matter if it was 6 or 8 at the beginning. It's 12 the second playthrough. So I probably have only done that once, because I was tempted to make this playthrough a New Game Plus, but I also didn't want to deal with the last one, because I find that Colossus a bit of a pain. Big news. The final Colossus is one I personally regard as annoying to fight. Who would have guessed that the satisfaction of this game easily goes down the more you play it? Or, well, the further in the Colossi order you get. Wild. Wonderful. Could not be foreseen. Oh! Really? We passed this one earlier, and I thought, like, oh, this is just a... Like, oh, this is just a, or the way to one that we've fought already. But no, this is the 15th. I thought it was, Barbara. Or Barba. Yeah, Barbara. Oh, almost. Oh, I didn't need to do that. But almost. Oh, that's a lizard. I'm like, what the heck is that? God, all their low poly glory. Also, one of the things I noticed, these are all designed superficially to be environments. The arenas are all environments that superficially the Colossi can't get out of. Like this fight's against the last Minotaur, and that entrance is very tight and narrow, and one that I could see this Colossi having trouble squeezing through. Like, there's a massive pillar right at the exit. Now, sure, some of them don't make sense, and some of them... Wait. I have a theory. Like, some of them, like Avion, that one's a bird, so, like, okay, how are you going to contain him in a lake? It's a bird with a lot of watchtowers around. A bird that specifically sits in the middle. That perch might have been like where it was actually chained or contained on, and those watchtowers were just staffed with archers, which is explicitly why it gets mad when you shoot a bow at it, because you're bringing up trauma. This one, similarly, we have a massive colonnade at the end that it couldn't get through unless it broke it down, and a gallery on the side and a bridge above that might just be for, you know, people staffed and to staff and contain it. Because the problem with games like Transportation Fever 2 is it becomes like an item. At that point, it becomes like, yeah, that's another thing. Like the Satisfactory 2, or not 2, like Satisfactory as well. there's points where it's like, well, I don't have anything to do but hurry up and wait because I need all these materials to make anything new. So, what's happening on TikTok? Like, there's a point where it's just, I guess I don't have anything to do with this game but wait. Hello, dude. God, this took me so long to figure out how to do it because I'm like, all right, first. Hang on, I need to be a natural flight. There's one on the hand, one on the head. Yeah, one on the inside of the palm and one on the noggin, one on the arm. But I don't think the arm one's actually a legit thing. I think it's just a weak point to get him to drop the club. Yeah, like I can see a couple of ways that the Colossi arenas were designed to contain them. Like, I think the one for the bucket lizard, I call him, the technical name's Yamori B. Yep. You have to get him to stomp there to raise the plate for you to climb up, and there's no indication. I spent hours first time trying to figure out this boss, trying to figure out what made this boss tick. Because, like, there is no indication the Dorman hint is actually useless. I forgot how to get up from here. I feel like it involves the blocks. Ah. No, don't want to do that. No, I don't. I want to grab onto that or something. All right, nothing else for it. Time to poke the Minotaur. Yep, he's angry. And yep, there's the way forward. But yeah, I think almost every single arena has some sort of design that makes it, first of all, hard for you to get out of it, but impossible for the Colossi to leave as well. Like, sure, some are a bit more obvious, like the fish one, like the catfish one is stuck inside. Oh. Thanks, Butterfly. I need to look at those because I didn't. Right. Output. I have to go through all the output settings. Thanks for the reminder. Hope you're doing well and hope that you're surviving work. We are just fighting this Minotaur. Just got home? Hell yeah, that is amazing to hear. Nothing is worse than being at work. Is there enough space for this to actually work? I probably should have jumped. Ah, well, we try again. And this time we're going for the far one. Actually, now we're going here because it's convenient. What was I talking about? Some sort of nonsense, but it always is. Oh yeah, then every single Colossi has an arena that prevents their escape. Whether or not it's effective is questionable. Yep, this is a game with a dead girl. I checked, she is still dead. Her condition has not improved at all. our condition has severely worsened. Like this does not look healthy at all. He looks ill. Okay, I thought so. Oh, come on. You stepped on the wrong thing, my dude. Although, yeah, he's seen better days. Like, we're on the 15th out of 16 Colossus. Things could be going better for him. Yeah. Which, first of all, I think that's a really interesting thing of design, that things like Dirge's Cave, the sand snake does not have a way out because there's large hard rocks he can't burrow out of. This one has massive pillars that he can't get through. The third one's on a mushroom-like platform in the middle of a lake that is deep enough that if he fell off, it's quite likely that he'd just get stuck down there, which would be even better. Yeah, pretty rough, but still upright. An inspiration, because damn, same. But then there's weird ones like Basran that, again, coming back to the turtle. It's like not entirely sure what his containment is other than all the geysers that can flip him, and actually, no. There's no way for Basran to leave his boss arena because the bridges are too narrow for him. I mean, yeah, still upright somehow by sheer force of will, spite, and probably some potatoes. Like, not even kidding. I had the same type of absolutely exhausted, wasn't sure I could stream, but this time I finally remembered, like, wait, no, the problem always goes away when I eat like something sufficient and high in carbs. I'm just going to demolish this bag of potato chips. And sure enough, it worked. Hey. Ah. Potato, they're wonderful. We don't deserve potatoes, but we desperately need them. Right, I've learned a bunch of little stabs is the way to go, especially because of the aforementioned glitch with the PS3 version, where due to frame rate increases, the amount of wiggling Colossi will do is so much more than the original. All right, we've given him a migraine. Wonderful. Focus. This is no time to be messing around. Stand up straight. That goes for both Wander and the Colossus. I think it's... there. No! Why did you move your arm? I was trying to kill you. Oh, no. All right, let's do this one last time. Know exactly where it is. I just need to drop that, stab him in the arm, get onto his hand, find its... Yeah, shut up, Dorman. The funny thing is, there's no contextual hint for, like, if you still have the head weak spot and haven't even gotten up to where I'm at right now. There's nothing hinting you to bait him to stomp on one of the plates. It's just find the hidden vitals, which, you know, holding your sword points right to them. To the one there, and then the weak spot there. Actually, can I nab that one with the bow? Nah, it's gotta be the sword. I should run. Run away! Alright, come on. Oh. This is so much closer than the bridge I usually go to. I think he's noticed me. Yep. I wasn't in that this time. They didn't want to make it too easy. I wish they did want to make it easy, but unfortunately, alas. God, the jumping onto this colossi like that is so cool. This. No! I can't even be mad. I was thinking the entire time, okay, now to carefully rappel down. Like now. Alright. I was just trying to release and drop. Oh, right. There's nothing on this side. I'm free falling. Getting smacked by a minotaur too. I could go for some flan. I've made one once, and that flans involve honestly irresponsible amount of eggs, condensed, shut up Dorman, condensed milk, and general ingredients. However, I have learned this time that if you make flan, don't bother trying to make the caramel too. A lot of the problems is the recipes. The easiest to find recipes are written by white people, which is caramel is so hard to make, and a lot of recipes just don't really work out unless you know what you're doing. The other problem is the aforementioned, oh wait, I think it wants me to be like here. Is the aforementioned, like, kitschy white person recipe blog where the moment you try and make anything slightly ethnic or not from a European culture, it's like that there's no way their recipe can be trusted. Like, it's out of sheer convenience and close enough that I trust any taco recipe written online, but I always add more spices. Find non-white people recipes there. Yeah, it's always so many people doing it, and it's like, no, there is no way an authentic. Okay, would it kill you to try to kill me properly? I need you to knock these things down. God, how many arrows do I have to pepper with until you take a swing? Like, that's honestly it. All these puzzle bosses is just you have to try to kill me and do it right. All right, I can't get him to trigger. I'm just going over to the other side. Since you won't play nice. Yeah, because the actual flan turned out pretty well. Like, I enjoyed it. However, the caramel filling or topping that went along with the recipe is just like, there's no way you've actually tried this. Yeah, I was doing everything by the book. I was doing everything with adjustments for what I was saying. I got it to a point where all the sugar, like it was calling for a lot of sugar dissolved in not a lot of liquid, that then the moment it got to boiling or bubbling, and like I tried to do the next steps, it all just fell out of the mixture immediately and crystallized. Pro-made butterscotch date? Oh yeah, no, the best butterscotch is bought in a... Ooh, I should go try to find that, because the best butterscotch you can find is from a can. Shut up, Dorman. We're talking about Gordon Food Service butterscotch. Hang on, that's being added as a quote. Oh, Dorman. Gordon Foods. It's like Gordon Food Service, if you don't know, it is like industrial supply restaurant. Not really well, they do equipment, but mostly industrial supply ingredients. So like, I remember there was two things that my family would used to always get from there. The first is cinnamon rolls. Gordon Food Service cinnamon rolls are just in like a massive box that are so huge you should probably split them with friends, and hell, maybe even an enemy because of how many there are. Like, we're talking industrial supply. You get a box of these for a month. I had an uncle that got dessert kicks. Chocolate eclairs are so dangerous because how good they are. Yes, that is the peak. That is peak baked good. All right, we can finally stab you in the arm. Painful? Good, I hope it is. It should be. All right. Next stage. We have to get to the palm of his hand. Is this a good idea? No. Is this about par for the course for what we've been doing? Yes. Quit walking. I'm running out of stamina, you jerk. My God, actually stop moving for 1 second so I can move. No! Bastard. But yeah, it came in like a massive can. Like, you'd actually have to use a can opener or just punch a hole with a screwdriver and a hammer to get in. Probably clean the screwdriver first. The hammer you can leave unsanitized. But it was so good, and I always looked forward to having that on vanilla ice cream. Yeah, like, how else are you going to... that reminds me of something else. First week of college, I was trying to make some chili. Wait. Did I know the recipe for this yet? Yeah, I had a jar of chili starter. It was before I got my door chili recipe. There are so many phrases that even with context, it probably doesn't help going around here. But yeah, so this is before I got my recipe for door chili, but I was still trying to... But I still had a good jar of, like, chili starter. Did not have a can opener, but I did have a hammer and a screwdriver. So here I am in my apartment in college trying to open this can of chili. And this was a college apartment, so it happened that I was living above, like, the college appointed, hey, make sure these people aren't doing anything stupid or against the rules. Like, the room is like RA, I don't remember what it stands for, I don't care. The point is, occasionally you got some people that were a massive stickler for rules and the worst people. Sometimes you got ones that were cool. First year here, I got one that was cool. And she heard me banging on this can from the floor below, came up with like, hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm just trying to get a can of chili open. Do you have a can opener? No. I'm gonna lend you mine so you don't damage anything. Alright, sounds good. And yeah, it didn't work, but then next time I was out, I just got a can opener. Dude dies to a mosquito bite. Residential aid, that was it. Oh, come on, that should have killed him. That'll... I love the mooing on this boss. We are so close. I'm just gonna finish the game tonight, I think. Like that sounds like a plan. We're talking, oh right, opening cans with screwdrivers. Yeah, it was like a big ass can. Butterscotch was tasty because it was like quality. Like it was not as good as homemade, but still really good because like Gordon Food Service stands on quality. Not sponsored yet. Wait. I know a guy who works there. I could probably get a sponsorship. No, you know how? Yeah, it would have been so easy to kill, but that... Oh, ads. Hold up. Oh, you can skip them? Dang. Oh. Be back in a second. And this time Spotify will work. I need more water. Wait. Oh, I wasn't muted. Nice. Yeah, just a little bit of cost to ship that loaf of bread. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure you didn't pocket most of that money, and it was just elaborate embezzling scheme. So wait until I start build. Oh, that's going to cost so much more. Oh, yeah, where's the last one? Just straight down there. Well, I thought that was the first one. Wait, there's hotkeys for this stuff? Like, I just press down on the D-pad and up, and then up, like, swaps to the sword. Wild. The funny thing is that is still just Kingdom Come Deliverance to, muscle memory. Like, I was trying to open the map with up on the D-pad like you do in that one. I'm finding D3 on the BRB screen. Hi, tiny E in the BRBs comes bread. I probably could. Might need a... Because the way that works is it's all reading off of a file, so I can more easily change it, and I want to eventually add I think I gotta go around this hill. I want to eventually add, like, thanks for at least subs, maybe new followers, partially so I can keep track of who did what during a stream. Maybe some other fun stuff for, like, at least the ending soon screen that requires a little bit of code to manage and add on into the file. Will this also be a little bit of a challenge for, hey, you got a file full of stuff. You don't want to delete all of the stuff, just most of it. Figure it out. Yeah. But also, could be fun. Yeah. The texture's just loading into place. We're still going in vaguely the right direction. Yep, vaguely. So I think this is the furthest south the map will let you go. Or I completely missed it. No, it still said we're going in the right direction. Yeah. No, Meg, I can see that the moment you start adding in trains and stuff to your shipping empire. Oh, hey. I think it's over there. I think it's that sudden malevolent architecture that spawned in over the horizon. Maybe. Like, once you add in trains to anything, complexity skyrockets until you get it figured out. Then it plummets. Then it's just good so long as you don't touch anything. Oh, you can make that. Shipping to offer transportation. That means you have two options. You don't need a schedule because the trains will like, there's something said about, like, the Moscow Metro at the height of the Cold War that they didn't have a schedule posted because you never needed one. If you waited for, like, a minute, another train would just be there, so it didn't make sense to post one. Or you have the US system, which is... We don't bother to post a schedule because they're never right, they're never on time, and we are actively shaming you for not owning a car. We're both cargo and people. Do the people cost more or less than the bread? Because if so, I think I'll be ordering bread as luxury, people for breakfast. That was just a hole. Oh yeah, falling apart. Don't forget that point. Definitely falling apart. Less. Perfect. Just throw him over the fence. It's amazing Aggro hasn't died from falling off a cliff or something yet. It's amazing horse durability. I love that. Oh yeah, everything's falling apart because why put any money into infrastructure? That might benefit someone and we can't have that. Delivery vehicles are 40 strong. Passenger vehicles number about 10. See, what you have to do is take a lesson from the airlines and realize that people are just cargo who get fussy about having their rights violated. So you have to condition them to not care about their rights, or at least not have a meaningful avenue to complain about the fact that you're treating them like cargo, or worse. Pretty sure New York's falling apart in parts from misallocations of funds, so it never got the maintenance needed for decades. Yeah, not surprised at all. Oh, hey! Wow. You're going all the way down. Am I still up? Still alive? No, I don't think so. Thank you, Christian. Hope you're having a good time. We are on the last boss. Actually, we're on the boss before the last one, which is, oh, come on. I understand why my other save file is... Hold up. So my other save file is at the place we just died. Instead of riding all the way back. Wait, no, I almost forgot. I almost did something unforgivable. I almost actually went down the stairs instead of traditionally throwing myself from the precipice. If I did that, I'd just end stream and never come back. That would be the last you've ever seen of me. This game goes on, technology advances. Currently 1982 and the... Oh, so you got proper locomotives. Hell yeah. So it does categorize passengers as a type of cargo. Perfect. You just have to get more and more comfortable with desensitizing your passengers to being treated like cattle. Just throw them in there. Okay. I know this is going to sound bad after what I just said, but I had an idea that might revolutionize travel. You know those Japanese tube hotels? You know, like where you just get a sleeping tube, a little room. I've always liked those because it reminds me of the mid-cabin on a boat. And that was always like the coziest place because it's just a little chamber. So what ticket do you want? First class, business, consumer, or freight? Freight? Okay, one freight ticket. Where do you play it? Oh, I'm playing this on my actual PS3. I have... First of all, this is not the best version of the game to play because there's a bug that... There's not really a bug, it's just that this is a port of the PS2 version that runs at double the FPS of the original, so every Colossi shakes a lot more than it should, which makes the fights a little bit harder for no reason. And the second reason is that, well, I don't have the full... I do have a PS2 right by me, and that one runs from the PS2's component cables to a component to HDMI, to a splitter, to my capture card. This one just goes from the PS3 to a different splitter because you have to strip encryption off of PS3 inputs. They're annoying like that. To the switch that the PS2's on, to my capture card. It is a mess. The underside of my desk is only for the brave. There's so many stupid cables and it's such a mess. What was I talking about? I don't know. Whatever thought I had was completely gone. Something about oh, right. Japanese tube hotel trains. I almost ran off that cliff. To the right, I think? But yeah, you know those Japanese, like, sleeper tube hotels? What I'm thinking is, you get a ticket, you don't go on a train card. It's just the train pulls in, the shutter, the, like, cargo side door just opens, maybe even vertically for a little bit of pizzazz. And then there's a bunch of those tube hotel things. Like, you just pick your you just see which tube is yours from your ticket. You throw your luggage in like a little side container, and you go in the tube. Side train doors closes, and away you shuttle off. It's perfect. You don't have to talk to anyone. There's no crowded issues. There's no seat. It's like, oh, you trying to steal my seat? Well, fine. Well, fine. I'm going to go. Hey, you probably should scan in because that's going to be a problem. Wait, just pick your tube. Shuts in. Wait. Thank you so much, Mecca. Can never tell. Oh, I'm going to post a picture of this mess to my Discord because, among other things, my apartment's coax input is right behind my desk. So that, a whole bunch, among everything else, there's coax in. The only power cord or inputs that are useful for my desk area. So two power strips powering a PC, 2 consoles, 3 monitors, some other random stuff. No, Brett, the pods are all in a shipping container framework. It gets loaded. Yes, I like that, because my other idea was, you know, like the old style, like cabin, very narrow walkway where you see on like an old Hercules Poirot Murder on the Orient Express type movie. Like, so you can still get to the dining car, because that is important. Bathrooms and dining cars. Unfortunately, you need bathrooms or else the whole thing becomes a massive actual health hazard, and dead passengers can't ride again, although you can sell their bodies. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the broken seal. I've saved. Wow, I got here an hour and 20-ish minutes faster than on my other one. Take pics of the cable management for all I call it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take pics of mine just to scare you. You'll be like, why do I follow this person, and why? And you'll understand why a good chunk of art, jokes, and lore involves a bunch of people coming together and be like, yeah, we should kill this bread loaf. Because mine is not clean. It's out of sight. That's the important thing. But yeah, I think it is important that there's some access to some sort of bathroom on this. And unfortunately, my sheer romanticism around trains does not let me not have a dining car in this scenario. Or like some way to... Part of it has to be glass. That is very important. So if anyone was here when I said, when I almost beefed jump and asked, I wonder how aggro hasn't died from jumping off a cliff. Yes, I do this with every game that I've played before and baiting people towards it before. You should see the type of flack I've gotten for friends who play Expedition 33 before me. If you know, you know, but there was a lot of use of the screen cap of Renoir saying, "You haven't told her everything, have you?" I've considered printing cable ties for all the cables feeding into my TV. So ooh. Yeah, I think pretty much the only thing that could ever convince me of actually doing proper cable management is a cable spine. I can get behind a cable tube that looks like a spine. All right. It's not quite all the way up from here. I do feel a little bit bad for the fact that I've laughed all the way through the horse dying. That was not good. So, yeah, I can't see their body. Okay, we're up. One's cams on my PCFX. Nice. Because I like cable management in theory. The problem is in practice, a little bit of the mess is like I don't really have anything to say about it other than it's how it had to happen. Like there's a lot of things I'm trying to power all at once here, and the amount of chords I have to do so with is not a lot. Can I go through there, or is this just a... So there's a ledge there. Aha! I see. Again, the game's warming up for the sheer amount of climbing you're going to have to do soon. Which I like. Because I'm pretty sure Malice doesn't have any fur except for on, like, hands, heads. Most of the body, you're just climbing ledges and the like that. It's pretty nice. I also love how, like, the vine walls count as colossi fur, but retextured a bit. So you get things like Wander going fully horizontal or upside down. I have 8 consoles hooked up to 1 TV. Clean management. Yeah, it'd probably help if I had an extension cord, if I used one of the extension cords I had to bus over. Oh. That's going to be something else you're going to hate. So my Switch and my PS5, they are technically on a surge connector. However, I ran out of cord space because almost all the inputs for the cord behind my TV is like those annoying cords where they have really bulky plugs that cover 2 of them. Mine are a single surge. Dang. I should probably just get a bigger surge protector, honestly. But yeah, so my PS5 and my Switch are on an extension cord plugged into a surge protector because I didn't have enough space otherwise. Also, yes, we are about to fight this building. If you've ever thought about the Library of Alexandria or a lighthouse and thought, that's a bitch-ass motherfucker I could take in a fight, congratulations, this is a game for you. Yeah. Also, don't even try to run across the field. These trenches, I was mentioning this with the 14th Colossus, that boss arena has trenches that it can bat you into so you don't just die and can instead continue the fight from like a midpoint. Also, another detail in the theory that each boss fight arena is built to contain them. We have these little cover bits where you can see largely what Malice is doing from his little bit in the center. Yeah, it's like an artillery piece, but he's also specifically chained, or not really chained. The chained is a like older version of the concept. He's just sealed with, like, his feet are cast in stone and he's sealed to the spot. Also, I'm gonna try to remember to point this out when we're up on his head or a vantage point. We are at the furthest south point of the Forbidden Lands, with him forcibly looking north. He cannot turn around to see any other direction, which means he can see as every single other Colossi died and put a beam, one of their beams of light into the sky. Like, he knew. And even with the theory of, every Colossi is designed to, or wants to die on some level so that Dorman can be recreated. It only overrides the fact that he could easily kill us at one point in the climb. Does not change the sheer pre-programmed rage of seeing every other Colossi fall. So maybe that's part of it, that even if there was all 48 Colossi in the world at some point, and previous hopefuls tried to fight them only to be struck down by the Inquisition saying like, no, we know what you're doing. We're here to kill you and stop you. Maybe part of that is to why these are still... Ow! God, that almost took all my out. Yep, this is the 16th Colossi, and he is pissed. And I might die if I eat another laser blast like that. Yep! I was right. Oh. I understand why... I understand why my other file has a little more time than this one. Why I got here about an hour faster. I think I took about an hour of playtime last file to go collect fruits. Which... The thing with the two collectibles is the lizards barely do anything to increase your grip meter. The fruits, however, do a lot to increase your health. Oh, good shot. No notes, can't even be mad. Great shot. And its rage is existential at this point. Celeste is kind and it's pissed. Yeah, either way you view this thing, of whether it's because my view is more that these are automaton security type protocol or type robots that, and I think Stoff, that your view of them is that they're more natural, they're more animalistic, they're individual creatures more than machines, which is again by what the game presents us. Both are totally valid views. Like, the game tells us jack shit and lets us come to our own conclusions, and both of our conclusions are valid. Like, the only reason I prefer robot and automaton or golem over anything primarily biological or animalistic is that I just personally, if you couldn't tell by the fact that hard and fast rule for all of my proxy bodies is they can't be organic and preferably machine or something that makes it non-biological. I have a thing for robots. I just really like artificial over biological. But on both sides of it, like, oh, this thing knows it's the last Colossi here and it's pissed about it, is a totally valid way to read it, because in both cases, there is a reason why I would be pissed and angry and fighting like hell. Like, every model I designed for myself has been, oh yeah. Oh, that's the burger? I remember something about a burger model. How to do? Ah! Scratch that, all of them. All right, nearly. Oh yeah. I think I forgot that. You'll have to excuse me. I'm what is known highly technical clinical term. Distractible. All right. Yeah, I'm not getting through there without rolling. I might take a moment to heal. Nah, that would be boring. I will admit, at least part of it is I always want to keep stream interesting and have stuff happening. Ooh. No! I always want to have stuff happening for people watching. The other thing is that this is actually how I play games. I would not stand around and wait for my health to regenerate any more than I had to, for the sheer reason that standing here for too long is, in my personal opinion, boring. I think it's just trained on me. Yeah, that's the hand of God willing to smite me. In real life, this Colossus was basically impossible to approach. The concussive pressure of a wave of the blast would destroy. Oh yeah, for sure. And like, even then, these barriers are thick, stone, and sloped. Ah! Alright. We can't I don't think I'm able to maneuver this. Which means it's up for a chat to decide whether this counts as out fighting or out smarting or out stupiding. I was trying to hang on to the lip of that trench to shimmy across like Metal Gear Solid style. I think it'll work. Wouldn't even have to. Oh yeah, no. Like indirect fire alone. Part of it is I think the fact that it's a little bit blinded by rage right now helps a ton. Because the other thing is that a little bit of an arced shot or aiming to the side and behind. Oh, well, that's on me. Like here, it has an angle on me. So it's either blinded by rage or the fact, or going off the theory that it wants to die because it knows that it's a part of Dorman, and dying means being absorbed by him. God, that was barely, but I think I gotta get it to fire like that to be consistently firing at my hiding place and then wait for a gap to run out. Yeah, that would work. Like, yeah, there's so many things where with its vantage point and force of blasts, it should be able to just kill us without much thought. Yep. I don't know how I didn't just fall off and die there. However, I am really glad that this thing is kind of stupid. Because, God, if it was smart about... That's the thing. There's quite a lot of final bosses where if it was smart about how it was fighting, there would not be much of a boss. Ah. Oh. Good to know it can see me there. And whether that... I guess it depends on the person a lot more on whether or not a boss not fighting with maximum meanness and desire to kill, whether or not that counts as, like, or breaks the suspension of disbelief. Hi! Wham! I got stuck on the side. Okay. Alright, I see. The game's outsmarted me. There's a missing lip on the wall that Yeah, that's just slope. I can't shimmy on there. And if I try to go on the back... Actually, no, that's a previous row. That's just flat. There's no battlements there. And if I fall, then... Oh! I see. If you stand a little bit outside, it thinks it can hit you. There we go. I figured it out after being exploded multiple times. Per usual. Yeah, this entire arena was designed explicitly for people to be able to approach Malice. There is no other explanation for that other than this Colossus. And really, I think every single arena was designed with, hey, we need something in case, which really adds another interesting layer to think about. Every single arena has been designed with the idea of, all right, we might need to unseal these Colossi someday. So we're designing these areas explicitly so we can kill these things. What the? Oh, he didn't have his feet on the wall, so he had to do a little fling around. I love that little detail. Alright, we're on the side of the skirt. Ah! No, not like that. Because there's been something that's been knocking around my head, and I've been trying and failing to say it since initially getting to this point. Oh, this is stupid. Oh, it probably is entirely. It's loud for me. Where's... Yeah, it was crescendoing. Thanks for letting me know. Ow! Something on my back. Where do we go now? Not that direction. We go onto his hand. You know, the ones firing lasers at us. And then from here... Ah! Another hand. It's stupid and we should be squished multiple times, except... evidently, he only operates well at a range. Right, am I on? Yes. And now the dumbest part. The only way I've found to get this section to work is to get onto the back or the palm or the wrist or somewhere I can stand before I run out of stamina. The only way I've figured out how to do this is when he raises it to jump to look at you. To jump. Not there. I've never had a clean run at the final boss. It's almost always been janky, and I don't know how this worked, but it worked. Type of thing. Like, I cannot figure out the clean way that you're supposed to go from there, and I'm pretty sure most walkthroughs are either unhelpful or like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. Oh, I don't even have to grab on. I can just hit. That's kind of neat. Oh, perfect. Run, recover a bit. Oh, nope, nope, did not want to do that. Alright. Because I can't just jump across the glowing bits, like that glowing bracelet. Ah! But yeah, Malice is, in my opinion, super cool. Just in terms of a boss, the sheer aggression on display. But also the most... Ow! The most big thing gets demolished by a little gnat. I think I have to do a fully charged jump. Straight back off of the hand onto the boss itself. Because this is such a great game in terms of presentation, mood, atmosphere, etc., etc. You know, all the things that people will constantly and consistently say about Shadow Colossus. It's well-deserved praise. My one thing that I don't think I've even heard it said before. I've heard it said in a form, but not explicitly like this. Is so many bosses go from being cool and interesting and tragic and how the devs intended to a massive pain in the butt. Alright. Recover some. Yeah, I think I need to be on the inside of the hand. Because if it wasn't for the bit that comes after this, at this point, yeah, I think I'm gonna try for a couple more minutes. Yep, dang it. And if I don't get a good clean run at it, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I can get from the second hand to the head. Like, mostly because there's some stuff. Yeah, it should just all vote. Wait. Huh? How did I fall? Well, yeah, it should just throw me. Like, there's no reason I should be alive after that. And I do think that the approach from the best part of this fight is getting from the edge of the arena to below his feet. Once you're climbing the Colossus itself, it's kind of a pain and very unclear. But unfortunately, Alright, we'll see where it drops me. If it checkpoints midway through and puts me at, like... Alright. It's right at the start. I thought I'd have a better run at this, but... Unfortunately, I do have to quit because there's a little bit of paperwork that I should have done. And I just realized that I don't have... That between now and when I need it, I don't have time to do it. So, let's see who's online. Oh, this is, Oh! Actually, perfect. And thanks for all coming by. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad that I was able to actually stream for once and had energy to. Wish I could have ended it, but we'll pick it up next time. We'll finish the game and do a little bit of hey, this is what I know about beta, about things that were left in the game. Do a little architectural tour after it. We're gonna be raiding Bosworth because they're playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's on brand. I try to at least get the raids a bit themed, and this is a game that has the horses control the way I expect it. Unlike this game where it's like, no, you need to be on the horse. Now you're getting flung. Anyway, see you when I see you. The schedule is still good luck because I don't know when I'm going to have energy. I think I found something that I found a way that might actually help me recover and rally and do it anyway. So hopefully it'll get more regular, but appreciate you coming by. Appreciate you chatting. I'll take a picture of my absolutely annoying and obnoxious view. Yep, just winging. That's the plan. I'm going to take a picture of my cable management to horrify staff specifically. Good luck.